Hey, good day everyone. Welcome to my channel, Mathematics of Today's Generation. Kung bago ka pa lang dito sa channel ko, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. At pakihit na rin sa notification bell para updated kayo sa mga panibagong videos na i-upload ko. Hey, by the way, if you are a mathematics contestant, a math coach, or a mathematics enthusiast, then this tutorial is for you. Okay, without further ado, let's begin. So we are now on problem number 25. Okay, an algebra and number theory problem number 1. Okay, this problem is suggested by one of our followers in Facebook, and the problem goes. So suppose log of x raised to 5 to the base 3 plus log of y squared to the base 4 is equal to 17, and 7 times log of x to the base 3 plus log of y cubed to the base 4 is equal to 24. Then we are tasked to find what is the last digit of 2 raised to log of x raised to 2024 to the base 3 plus log of y raised to 2025 to the base 4 minus 1. So before we solve this problem, we're going to have first a short review on finding the last digit of the numbers of the form 2 raised to n, 3 raised to n, 5 raised to n, and 7 raised to n. Okay, so let's begin with finding the last digit of the number of the form 2 raised to n. So now, so the last digit or units digit of this number is equal to 2 if n divided by 4 leaves a remainder 1. So when we divided n by 4, so the remainder would be 1. So the last digit will be 2. The second, if n divided by 4 leaves a remainder 2, then the last digit would be 4, or the units digit. If n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 3, then the last digit would be 8. And lastly, if n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 0, then the last digit would be 6. So now let's have some examples for the number of the form 2 raised to n. So example number 1. So if we have 2 raised to 2024, okay, so we're going to divide 2024 by 4. So this follows that 2024 divided by 4. Okay, take note, the last two digits of 2024 is divisible by 4. So this means, since 2024 is divisible by 4, so this follows that the remainder is equal to 0. So since the remainder is 0, the last digit, this follows that the last digit of the number 2 raised to 2024 is equal to 6. Now, another example. So we have 2 raised to 2026. Take note, 2026, when we divide it by 4, 2026 divided by 4, the remainder of this is 2. So let's try using long division. So we now have 2026 divided by 4. So 20 divided by 4, so we have 5. 5 times 4, we have 20. Then 20 minus 20, we have 0. So bring down 2. 2 divided by 4 cannot be, so we have 0 here. 0 times 4, we have 0. Then 2 minus 0, we have 2. Then bring down 6. 26 divided by 4, so we have 6. Then 6 times 4, we have 24. So 26 minus 24, so is equal to 2. So therefore, the remainder when 26 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So this follows that the last digit when we expand this number 2 raised to 2026 is equal to 4. Yan. Okay, so much for this. Okay, let's have another a number of the form 3 raised to n. Okay, since we do not have space here, so I'll clean up the board and we're going to proceed then. Okay, so we are now with the number of the form 3 raised to n. Okay, so the last digit or units digit of this number is equal to 3 if when we divide n by 4, leaves a remainder of 1. Then the last digit would be 9 if n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 2. Next, the last digit would be 7 if n divided by 4 leaves a remainder 3. And lastly, the last digit would be 1 if n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 0. Okay, so let's have examples for that number 3 raised to n. Example number 1. So if we have 3 raised to 27, so we're going to divide 27 by 4. So by looking at the number, so the last digit 27, when we divide it by 4, it leaves a remainder of 3. Okay, so it means the last digit of this number is equal to 7. Okay, so this follows that 27 divided by 4 leaves a remainder 3. So the last digit, digit would be 7. Ayan. Or if you are having difficulty of understanding this, so we are going to apply long division. So by applying the long division, 27 divided by 4. So 20 divided by 4, so we have 5. Then 5 times 4, we have 20. Then subtract. 20 minus 20 is 0, so bring down 2. 2 divided by 4 cannot be, so we have here 0. 0 times 4, we have 0. Then subtract. Then 2 minus 0 is 2. Then bring down 7. 27 divided by 4. So we have 6. Then 6 times 4. So we have 24. Then subtract. So we have 3. So 3 is our remainder. So as I said, be here. So if the remainder would be 3, therefore the last digit of this number would be 7. So we have here. Okay, so let's have example number 2. Since we don't have space here, okay, I'm going to clean this board. Okay. We have now example number 2. 3 raised to 4,085. So we're going to determine what's the last digit of this number. Okay, so as I said, we're going to divide the exponent by 4. So dividing the exponent by 4, we have 4,085 divided by 4. Okay, we're going to apply long division here. So we have 4085 divided by 4. So we have 40 divided by 4. So we have 10 here. 10 times 4. So we have 40. Then subtract. Then 40 minus 40. We have 0. So bring down 8. 8 divided by 4. So we have 2. 2 times 4. So we have 8. Then 8 minus 8, 0. Bring down 5. Then 5 divided by 4. So we have 1. Then 1 times 4, so we have 4. Then subtract. So we have the remainder 1. So this means, since the remainder it is equal to 1, thus, we can say that the last digit of this number is equal to 3. Yan. Okay, so as for this, let's have the number of the form 5 raised to n. Okay, so we are now on the number of the form 5 raised to n. So the last digit of this number are all 5. Even if when we divide n by 4, it leaves a remainder 1, or leaves a remainder 2, leaves a remainder 3, or leaves a remainder 0. So all of the last digit would be 5. Okay. So we have example number 1 only. because all of the numbers of that form would have, the last digit 5. So if we have 5 raised to 20, 26, automatically, the last digit is 5. Yan. So, so much for this. Let's have the next number, 7 raised to n. Okay, so we are now in the last form, the number 7 raised to n. Okay, so the last or units digit of this number is 7. If n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 1, then the last digit would be 9. If n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 2, then the last digit would be 3. If n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 3. And lastly, the last digit would be 1 if n divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 0. Okay, so let's have examples for that form of number. Example, number 1. So if we have 7 raised to 2016, okay, so take note that 2016 is divisible by 4. Why? It's because the last digit is divisible by 4, which is 16. So, since it is divisible by 4, it follows that the remainder is 0. So, since the remainder is 0, we can say that the last digit is equal to 1. Yan. So, let's have another example. Example number 2. So, we have 7 raised to 60, 41. Yan. Okay, so, dividing 60, 41 by 4, since the last two digit, when we divide it by 4, leaves a remainder of 1. So it means we can say, since the remainder is 1, when we divide the last digit, so when we divide the last two digits, which is 41, so therefore we can say that the last digit is equal to 7. Okay, now for our solution, we're going to solve these two equations simultaneously. So for equation number 1, let us rewrite this first in the simplest form. So for equation 1, so we have log of x is 5 to the base 3 plus log of y squared to the base 4 is equal to 17. So by applying the power rule of logarithm, so the power rule of logarithm is this one. If we have log of x raised to n to the base a is equal to n log of x to the base a. So we're going to use this power rule of logarithm to express this one in simplest form. So we now have our n here is 5, so we now have 5 log of x to the base 3 plus 2 times log of y to the base 4 is equal to 17. Okay, now from here, setting log of x to the base 3 is equal to n, and log of y to the base 4 is equal to n. Then the equation becomes 5 times n plus 2 times n is equal to 17. So this would be now our first equation. Then, using equation number 2, and we're going to express in simplest form. So we now have, for equation number 2, we have 7 log of x to the base 3 plus log of y cubed to the base 4 is equal to 24. So let's have equation number 2. Simplifying this, so we now have a 7 log of x to the base 3 plus this one, applying the power rule of logarithm, we now have 3 times log of y to the base 4 is equal to 24. Then substituting a log of x to the base 3 which is equal to n and log of y to the base 4 which is equal to n. So we now have 7 times n plus 3 times n is equal to 24. So we have now the second linear equation in two variables. Okay, so we're going to solve these two linear equations in two variables simultaneously. Okay, we're going to apply by elimination. So solving these equations simultaneously, we have 5n plus 2n is equal to 17 and 7n plus 3n is equal to 24. Okay. So since we're going to apply by elimination, so we're going to eliminate one of the variables, either m or n. So here, I'm going to eliminate n. So it means I'm going to express each of these coefficients of equal number. So I'm going to find the least common multiple of 2 and 3. So the least common multiple of 2 and 3 is equal to 6. So it means in the first equation, I'm going to multiply 3 so that we can have 3 times 2 equals 6. So since we multiply 3 to the left side, we're going to multiply also 3 to the right side of the equation. And here, in order for 3 to become 6, so we're going to multiply 2 to the left-hand side, then multiply 2 again to the right-hand side of the equation. Then by distributive property, 3 times 5n, so we have 15n. Then 3 times 2n, we have 6n. Then 3 times 17 is equal to 51. Here, the second equation, 2 times 7n was 14n plus 2 times 3n, we have 6n is equal to 2 times 24, so we have 48. Then by subtraction, we now have 15n minus 14n, so we have 10. And 6n minus 6n equals 0, so cancel. Then 51 minus 48 is equal to 3. So therefore, we have n is equal to 3. Okay, solving for n, we can use either of this equation 1 or equation 2. So I will use equation 1. So we have 5 times 3 plus 2n is equal to 17. Then 5 times 3, we have 15 plus 2n is equal to 17. Then by applying subtraction property of equality, so this becomes 2n is equal to 17 minus 15. And 17 minus 15 is equal to 2. Then dividing both sides of the equation by 2, so we obtain 2 divided by 2 equals 1, so we have n equals 1. Okay. So now, we can substitute these values that we have found here from our assumption. So we can say his log of x to the base 3 is equal to 3 and log of y to the base 4 is equal to 1. Okay, so since we do not have space, I'll clean up the board and I'm going to put this as our given here. And we're going to simplify this expression first, and we're going to find the last digit of that number. Okay, so now let us simplify first the exponent. So we now have a log of x raised to 2024 to the base 3 plus log of y raised to 2025 to the base 4, then minus 1. Okay, now let us apply the power rule of logarithm. So we now have 2024 times log of x to the base 3 plus This one is 2025 times log of y to the base 4, then minus 1. But log of x to the base 3 and log of y to the base 4 are 3 and 1 respectively. So by substitution, so we now have 2024 times 3 plus 2025 times 1, then minus 1. Okay, so 2024 times 3, so by applying the usual multiplication process, so we now have 3 times 4, so we have 12, carry 1. 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, we have 7. Then 3 times 0, we have 0. Then 3 times 2, we have 6. Then plus 2025 minus 1. 2025 minus 1, so we have 2024 plus 6,072. So let's have here 60, 72, k plus 20, 24. So we have 2 plus 4, we have 6. 7 plus 2, we have 9. Then we have 0, then we have 8. Okay, so this is equal to 8,096. Now, okay, we have 2 raised to 8,096. Okay, take note, okay, from what we have discussed, okay, in the beginning, that we can find the last digit of this number by dividing the exponent by 4. So dividing 8096 by 4. So we have here, okay, by applying the long division, so we have 8096 divided by 4. So 80 divided by 4, so we now have 20. Then 20 times 4, we have 80. Then subtract. Then 0, that's bring down 9. 9 divided by 4, so we have 2. 2 times 4, so we have 8. Then subtract. Then 9 minus 8, we have 1. Then bring down 6. 16 divided by 4, so we have 4. Then 4 times 4, we have 16. Subtract, so we have 0. So we have the remainder equals 0. Now, if the remainder equals 0, we can say that the last digit, this implies that the last digit of this number 2 raised to 8096 is equal to 6. So, and I think it's a good place to stop.